It's week 1 of the National Football League, and we've got a showdown in the NFC North. It's the reigning NFC champs and the Vikings, and it comes your way next.
Men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Another run with Mitchell. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. One of the linebackers has got it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So now the Lions go on offense in a great starting spot. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Travis Etienne out of the backfield. But now it's 3rd down. Now Lawrence. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Able to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through a completion there. That drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holding set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
It's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Now Lawrence. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at about the 28. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And out now come the Vikings. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. A short throw to Musgrave. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets him a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Once again, it's Mitchell. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 44 yards for him on the ground in this first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
The throw over the middle, taken in. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it's 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force going down on there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
He's a talented runner. That means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker. And this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Now a 2nd and 6. Now back to throw. Decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
That's an early scramble to be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Heavy rush, and down he goes. Tui Pelotu The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. York able to send this one through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
They'll start on the ground. ETN. And some room to work. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On first down, right back to ETN. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Lawrence. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They go play action now. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. He had the defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on the punt. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. $3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 3. Running left, here's Mitchell. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. His early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And Detroit getting set to go now. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
With that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. It's complete. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Lawrence will throw. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Etienne up the middle. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Travis Etienne with career touchdown number 70. And the Lions add 6 to their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Point after here coming up. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually getting them to the point of attack and making those plays, not to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball. Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
First down, here's Mitchell. We'll get this up to about the 44.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? looking to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short, so the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
And he'll find his man on the outside. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Now the throw will be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Now Lawrence on 1st down.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf.
And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
And he is caught at the 7-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Now Lawrence to throw. And it's caught. And the Lions are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now it's Barber, and trying to push forward, but he is going to be stopped up in the backfield. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. And with just 4 seconds left in this 1st half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get that one bring him down.
Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's what I'm going to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the Rockers with a 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And taken right on the 30. A good return there, 17 yards.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try to get some points.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in Week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw here. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Bobby Brown
able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
It's Deontay Banks with it. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Lawrence, he finds his man, complete. That's Barber. Just a gain of a couple there. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And now out comes Minnesota. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try to get some points.
And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw.
Going to be taken in here by Nacua.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Screen play setting it up for Mitchell.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Well, it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. He completes it to Evans. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it's complete to Mitchell. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. On play action, they'll throw. He's got a man, it's his fullback. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. Back to throw again.
Drops this underneath. It's Mitchell. And he will have the Vikings first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
They've certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Well, this will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He wasn't able to make the catch, but the defenders were there and couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
York able to send this one through.
And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6.
So the 3 points there, CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, brother, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, they'll run it here in the jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. The play fake. Here's Lawrence.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there. They were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run the ball. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there. And it winds up incomplete.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try to get some points.
And they'll get them down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, the offense can go for big yards.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying out of schedule.
He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so roughing the passer, I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is going to just depend on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On third down, here's Mitchell.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Back to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Barton. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively.
York able to send this one through.
And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
So here come the Lions now.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's 2nd down.
Here's Lawrence. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
The Lions on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Lawrence will throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Continues to be a struggle for this offense, and this home crowd, they're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing pass.
Lions pressure, he's brought down.
Bobby Brown in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. That's taken on the 25. That'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Well, to the quick throw outside, that's complete.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Lawrence. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence. Right back to Njoku.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. But to throw again is Lawrence.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
A give, it's ETN off the option.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and 10. Now this is going to be a quarterback draw.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Buda Baker with a pick. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Yeah, to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. On play action, Lawrence. Pass is caught. It's Metcalf going across the field here. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. And remember, the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence.
And he comes back with one complete. And in for the Lions touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. And my goodness, another interception. David Baker with a pick. And the Lions are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Now Etienne to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. The Lions on 3rd down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now 2nd and 5. They run the option left with Lawrence. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's a give to Etienne. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Lawrence to a knee, and that will write a finish to this one. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little